Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 89. Still have my green on. Today's August 9th, 2016, and I'm just doing a quick update video. Today's like the first day that things have kind of happened the way they kind of used to. Got my daughter off to school, and I kind of now have some me time. I'm still working and whatnot, but in between things, it's just different. It's different when you have someone in the house who you have to kind of, is everything okay? All right, I got to run over here, check my email, everything good. Yeah, okay, got my project done. Let me start this. Are you still okay? And whatnot. So, a couple things for today is I want to change we have a Microsoft product on our computers that allow to see who's online and whatnot. And you can set your picture. And my picture is probably 3 or 4 years old. And so my little pet project for today is to update that picture so that to reflect a little more what I look like today as opposed to what I looked like 3 years ago, which was about 60 pounds heavier and a beard. You can imagine that. I love my little short little Air Force haircut. So anyways, I'm just kind of letting my hair dry, getting poofy, and I won't wear makeup or anything. It'll just be my head. I'll probably update my Facebook photo too. Again, just to help people get acclimated. And a week from now, I have my next human resources meeting. Some of the kind folks here in Louisville, part of the Trans Women National Facebook page, had directed me to the Social Security Center webpage because in order to get my W-2s done at work, I have to have my Social Security card, which doesn't have a gender marker on it. That's an interesting question. When you get hired, they ask you for your Social Security card. Social Security card doesn't have a gender marker on it. I guess your Social Security record, though, does, right? Okay, poop. Anyway, so that'll be in the works to get my Social Security record updated. And which, from what the folks said, will require me to submit a letter. I got to look at it. I'm not there yet. I'm kind of in between therapists right now. All my money is going towards my daughter, as is appropriate. And I'm paying off her braces, and we're kind of like, I'm cool right now. I'm not. I think I'm going to need counseling in a couple months, particularly when I transition at work. And when I get kind of like going full time, I think I'm going to need a counselor or at least talk to somebody. But right now, I know what I want to do and my head's on straight and, I'm taking care of business. So, you know what I mean? It's like you can't do it. And plus, couple months ago, back in July or June rather, May and June, I had hit my deductible, and so for me to go see a therapist was only, $12 or $15 because it was 10% of the actual cost. And for me to go see a therapist now at $150 a session, that's a little different story. And so I have to wait, have to wait. I don't know how long I have to wait, but I can live with it for a little while longer. Anyway, it's one of those things about planning your transition, I think, is knowing your healthcare plan, knowing when the limits are, and knowing when you hit your deductible, and taking advantage of that situation, not to abuse it, but to be aware of. Like for me, I knew to get my letter for hormones, I had to go see a therapist. And so to do 3 to 6 visits at $15 was a heck of a lot more feasible than to do 3 to 6 visits at $150 a piece. I mean, that's a lot of money, especially when you have a daughter and you can't funnel all your money into yourself when you're responsible for someone else. Really, that's just about it. My next HR meeting is in a week, and the next level supervisor will be there. And she kind of sent an email to me yesterday saying, well, what is this about? And I kind of had to let the cat out of the bag just a little bit and provide her with the information that the Human Resources Department had given me to give my first manager, just to kind of let her know kind of as a heads up. And so that's kind of interesting, widening the circle of people. The other thing, which I think I had a video about living in two worlds or stepping in two worlds, or, it's like when I'm around the house here, I really am trying to use this voice, by the way, this register. But around the house, I'm dressing this way all the time, wearing, presenting as a woman, I guess, which I kind of, chancy words. But it's like, presenting as a woman or whatnot. And then, what does that really mean? And then, like, when I go to work, obviously, I'm presenting as a male. And then I come back home and then I'm presenting as a female. So it's like I have one foot in both worlds. And I think when I have both feet in this world, and the more and more that I talk and use my voice and get acclimated, I think that'll be less stress. There'll probably be some other stresses, but again, the more that you, let me use an analogy if I can. If I was to try and teach you Spanish, okay, and you wanted to know more than, como estás usted, or muy bien, or whatnot. And the only time that you spoke Spanish was when you would come to my class. Let's say we met 3 times a week for an hour. And the only time you spoke Spanish was when you were in my class, compared to someone who tries to speak Spanish all the time, or as much as they can. Maybe at home they have a grandparent who's, I don't want to speak Spanish in my house, or whatnot. So maybe they speak English for an hour a day, as when they're around their grandparents or whatnot. That person is going to learn Spanish and be able to speak it by far much better, much faster, and probably thoroughly than someone who only speaks Spanish when they come to class. So along those lines, if I am to, I believe, use my voice more, and the only time that I don't use this register or this range is when I'm at work, then the more practice, the better I'm going to sound. And then, hopefully, when I am working and I'm out, and I guess really this is full time, and I'm trying to speak this way all the time, then hopefully I will get better and better and better at it. If that makes any sense. We'll see. It's hard. It's really difficult to try and second guess. You still kind of have a foot in the male world or the other world if you're, female to male. And you still have to be a woman or be a man or present as a female or present as a man or a facsimile thereof just to get by, whether it's with a family member or society or, this morning at Walgreens, I went to Walgreens to pick up my meds after dropping off my daughter at school. And, I'm prepared. I got my card in my hand and I know I'm going to say, good morning. My name's Rob, pick up for Robin Parks or whatever. Well, I get to the window and the speaker clicks on and, come here, I'll help you. And I couldn't get over this. My voice didn't have the volume to project over the engine. And so I slipped back into my male range just to say, pick up for Parks, Robin Parks. And then that was it. And so, when she handed me the meds, I said, well, thank you, again in this voice. But it was like those moments of stress that, again, I think my guess is that when you present and you do this full time, that maybe those things, you get over those obstacles. But it's my understanding when I've talked to other people, again, you're still going to have that every so often. I don't know. I'm only sharing. Here we are in day 89. We're like 4 days away from 3 months. Really, that's about it. So, day to day, there's, as I've said before, day to day, there's really not a whole lot that changes. I think that's probably why people only have like the 3 month video and the 6 month video and whatnot. But I really wanted to try and capture the small details of my transition, so again, it's not very exciting, but action, adventure, the Jedi craves not these things, right? All right, till next time. Bye, everybody. Good luck.